Let's do a fucking run it back already. Jeez. Stop talking about your fucking opinions, John. No one cares. Sorry. Let's get back to battle rap. Yeah, well, one, I wanted to take a break. I didn't want to run out of, dignity battles to, look at. And two, I didn't want it to become boring, you know? I noticed at one point, some of the battles weren't, you know, interesting me, and I wasn't overly gung-ho to go into them. So I took a break and, you know, refound my passion in battle rapping, one can say. I don't know. And, it wasn't like that the battles were necessarily bad. Like, some of the battles, some of the people weren't overly great in, but, you know, when you're not in the mood to give advice, it's hard to give advice. Because sometimes you just want to be like, you know what, just don't be bad at rapping. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be better at rapping, try being good at rapping. And that's not helpful to anyone. So, here I am. Back being cool. I got these cheap ass cigars that are fucking not good at all. And they keep going out, but I don't know. I don't know why we care about that. Let's get it. To everybody on your dick, no homo.
Lights, action, cameras flashing, and tell us what the dime piece is ready for smashing.
Yeah! Stay the fuck out the mud. Dignity Battle for It, Volume 4, under construction. I'm Mo Menace, got a co-host with me. Facts, battler on my right, introduce yourself.
Your boy Jay Skills, man. STL hit a dog. Ain't had a lay flat. Let's fucking go.
Go. Valentine Left. Introduce yourself.
It's Charlie Ward. The yard know what.
I'm gonna say real quick. I don't know why people are debating over which Space Jam is better. They're both kind of cheesy children's movies that aren't great, to be honest. I mean, I'm a Chicago person, so obviously anything Jordan does is better than LeBron, because I have to have that opinion. I think that's what his shirt is a reference to. Both the movies are stupid, but, like, the reference to him is, like, super fire for some reason. You know what I mean? For some reason, like, I don't have to like the movie to like the reference to it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Just, that was a long-winded way of saying I like his shirt.
What the fuck time it is? I'm finna kill this dumbass nigga, man. Mud shit.
Son Ward.
Hey, look. Trials and tribulations, they won't determine the type of situation you face with. Because either you a team player, or you get your base hit. Because the way this round finna fuck up your day, gonna let you know I ain't come to play, bitch. Just walk up to the mound point and don't say shit. Go ahead, pop fly if you want. I'm just being blunt, you know, giving you a heads up. You don't see what this amounting to? I'm Babe Ruth.
That was... He's still warming up, but that was fire.
And this done turned to the game of your life. Cause y'all thinking baseball scheme, but I'm thinking more like bottom of the ninth. They gave me. Let's go, hey.
That's fire. So, I think he could have been a little louder, just because the yard is... You gotta be loud in the yard, to be honest. And, Charlie's really good in, like, in the bar, in Steve's Sports Bar, in, like, closed areas where his voice, I guess, echoes a bit. But I don't know, here it's a little quiet. He could be a little louder. Other than that, though, that was all really fire, for especially for, like, opening.
They gave me Jay Skills, so I'm gonna be honest. I don't got a flip for that. So I'm gonna just up this 40, aim it at his frame, and let him do a flip from that. Dignity, what up? You got Charlie Ward versus Mia West Vet. But don't fret, cause this is some of my best shit yet. I never lost a battle, and no opponent ever made me sweat by posing threats. I'm killing niggas with penmanship, and you up next. So don't flex or it's chin checks. Niggas say I fight dirty, but I'm from the mud. So what the fuck you expect? This next, or put this next to his chest.
Everything up till the punchline and the setup line was a little fillerish, to be honest. It was kind of just writing to write and didn't contribute to the punchline. It didn't really have any punch to itself. It didn't sound bad though. It just wasn't. There was nothing really fruitful in the first couple sentences.
And you wouldn't put a wager on that bid like a few bets. You remind me of that nigga Corporate. And with that hole in your chest, ain't no debate. ABM and Cheese must have gave you that option. Cooperate. As you know, the extra O turns corporate to cooperate. Hey, I hope y'all paying attention. Let's go. Hey, I hope y'all paying attention.
I think it's okay. He sold it pretty well. That's one of Charlie's biggest skills, is being able to sell a bar that isn't always the most fire, but the way he says it sounds pretty fire. It was okay. It was an okay bar.
Hey, I hope y'all paying attention. Cause what y'all about to witness is the pivot ass whooping Jay Skills gonna be getting. I thought about giving Skills the skills, although hard to believe, I could tell what he lacked. So for the rest of this round, I'm gonna fuck you up, but by the end, you gonna fight back. The word is, you was gonna come here and I was gonna lose to Jay. But skills ain't what I lack. I should've made Jay pay. Switchblade for Jay. Cause you know I'ma do this with a straight face. I told niggas I wasn't gonna lose, and I meant that. My 7th battle when I got you. That's big facts. To you rookies, that's just a reminder of the steps your career can take when you don't slack. You act tough, you a drown money. Big head, small clothes. My buddy is different. I'm not the
Yeah, a weird amount of filler for Charlie, honestly. Like, his punches are pretty decent. It's just the setups are a little long-winded and not necessary sometimes. Which, I don't know. Ward doesn't really do that a lot in other battles, so it's kind of weird to see.
It's different. I'm not the nigga to scheme with, but peep this. I fight dirty. Been dragging niggas through the mud since a little big head. Like one of my buddies, road rage. And then to cut you off for nothing, cause where we from, you either had a little dignity, or you got nothing. Look at him, nervous. Back and forth pacing, with his feet stumping, like having to go to the bathroom, and the shit coming. I make niggas change their style. Let's go. Hey, I make niggas change their style for me.
I'm just gonna say, like, yeah, that's a weird bar. Charlie, again, he can say shit that not many people can say and get away with. It's kind of goofy. I would never say that, because I don't think I personally could get away with saying something goofy like that. Well, maybe I've said some weird shit while rapping, but that's kind of goofy.
For instance.
I mean, it sounded okay. I guess it was just like, okay, kind of an odd bar.
King Benny thought our battle was gonna be candy, and now he can't fuck with sweets. Big 9, hey, Big 9, hey.
That's fire.
Hey, Big 9. Creep go with this bitch, and she won't say a word like getting cheated on because you did it. You gonna get what you deserve. This bitch make you pop up out of nowhere like a pinched nerve. Nah, that's a Charlie horse. This nigga dead, compact. That's a collided force. I'm about to take flight, cause you too plain thinking you got the drive. If I bring up Paris, not for the brownie points when all you niggas die. I figured out the design. What they ain't warn you? Oh, you ain't see the signs? This your final destination. And you could cheat it, is what you feeling maybe. But you read me wrong, thinking you couldn't die from this 180. Quick draw, hey, let's go. Hey, quick draw, snub to the face.
From this 180. I don't know. This one, like 180. What kind of gun is an 80? I mean, I'm not gonna pretend I'm Mr. Know everything about guns over here, but I know a fair amount about guns. I don't know what an 80, like, I know what a 44 is, a 32, a 22. I don't know what an 8 is, like, is it 180? Like, I guess that's a, like, I get the play on words, but I don't, he held, like, a gun up. You know, like an 80 isn't a kind of a gun, is it? I don't know. If I'm tripping on that, let me know, but you can't just say, like, any number and hold a gun up, fam. You know, like, I don't know. That's not how that works. From this 53.5 over here. It's like, that's not a gun. Watch, someone's gonna be like, yeah, I have a 53.5. It's made by Schmidt Guns. I don't know. Yeah, this battle's a little lackluster from what I remember. And this isn't at all like Charlie's best performance.
That's a cheap jab, slinky nigga. Detach his slide like a cheap mag. You a tough nigga, but not so much in real life. Cause you told a bitch I know she couldn't beat you, I swear to God. And then got walked down by the Antichrist. Jay ain't had skills since the blueprint, old school. You know the vibes. Like when you used to put your shirt in your mouth and belly roll. Yeah. He remember that time. You are not nice. I mastered my style and took off. Like Boy Bryce. Hey, I mastered my style and took off. Like Boy Bryce. Fuck you think we out? I say, why do you think this battle outside? You think that was a clever way to call me out? Nigga, we only in this yard battling cause Lisa don't want mud in her house.
That's pretty fire. That's fire, actually. I'll give him that. I'm sorry, the dudes in mud ties are overreacting a little to that there. They're like, I'm in mud ties, and that's a bar about mud ties. Raw. Like, alright, it's a fire bar. I got you. Chill out, though. We know who you guys are. It's okay.
Hey, look. Why stand up here and die? My record ain't tell you nothing. Well, at least while you standing up here, pop. And then the curtains is coming. I'm a puncher. And this who they sent for me? Niggas will do anything, I mean. Have some dignity. Round and go, buddy shit.
Let's go, give it up. Let's go.
Decent way to end it. Other than that, there was like a lot of filler for about half of it. And then, I don't know, I think, like, he definitely had, like, a couple really good lines in there. But, I don't know, I feel like he might have been getting a little bit gassed. It's just my opinion, you know, my super accurate opinion. But, yeah, it was definitely not Charlie's best round.
Oh my God.
I say,
I don't know Jay's skills other than, like, this battle, to be honest. But, what Charlie just did, like, honestly, is a beatable round if Mr. Skills indeed does have skills. Which, I mean, if your name is Skills, you should have them, hopefully. But, you know, that's, it's, usually award round is pretty fucking difficult to beat, and it's an uphill battle. But let's see how this goes.
Hold it down.
Hey, yo!
Hold it down.
Let's let him rock.
Now, is y'all ready to hear a real nigga spit or what? I need
go.
all ears in the air, nigga. Listen up. See, I heard that you thought
Okay.
that you was some type of superhero. Like you was gonna be the nigga to get rid of the villain in me, man. Well, this ain't a joker. Gat go bang and it's splatter brains. This deuce named Bruce, cause the tool, well, it stay under the belt. That's a batarang, but it's four Bama. I say, oh, there's four Bama, and it's
That was kind of fire. I can fuck with that. It was a little long, a little too. Here's the with opening lines, you kinda. There's multiple I mean, you can go in however you want. This isn't like the rule to how you have to do it, but usually you don't want to just go straight into a bar like that, like a long-winded one where you kind of need the attention of the people to be guaranteed throughout it. You know what I mean? Like you would want to like grab their attention so that when you do a longer winded bar like that, because I don't know if he could have shortened it the way he put it together, that just would have been a lot easier to pull off later in the round. It wasn't a bad line though, by any means.
cause once I sit this bitch down, ain't no picking him up. That's Thor's hammer. What you want? I say, now what you want? This 9 or the 4-5 to shoot? You see, I'm normally a positive nigga, but based off your vibes, I'm just returning the energy given like the childless suit. Nigga, R.I.P. But tonight you gotta die. This Travis Scott Lil Wayne, I'll let it fly. Cause if I grab the 9, I say this Travis Scott Lil Wayne, I'll let it fly. Cause if I grab the 9, oh man. I say this Travis Scott Lil Wayne, I'll let it fly. Cause if I grab,
I don't know what Bino just laughed about. Was it something Ward did? What did Ward do?
oh man. I say this Travis Scott Lil Wayne, I'll let it fly. Cause if I grab the 9, oh man. I say this Travis Scott Lil Wayne.
I don't know, maybe it was something Ward did, but I can't see it on camera. I don't know, it seemed a little kind of weird to laugh that hard out of nowhere.
Wait, now let it fly, cause if I grab the 9, then 12 coming. Cause that's the difference between you and I. Cause you know I is the 9th letter and you is the 21st, the next shot. Bah!
Oof. So, he stumbled, had to repeat a line, and it wasn't bad. And then Bino, I don't know if he was laughing at that or laughing at something Charlie did. That clearly threw him off. And then that line was not helping his cause at all. I don't know. Sometimes we need like a term for this, like pseudo intellect bars or some shit. Like that's one of those bars that's like, it sounds a lot smarter than it really is, and I think like most people can identify that pretty quickly, of like you over explained that there's, you know, letters in order and there's a gap between certain one. I don't know. Like there's a certain amount of like taking a simple concept and making it more complex to break something down and explain it in a cool way. And then there's overcomplicating things just to overcomplicate things. And yeah, and I don't know, it wasn't really a good bar. And then going off like the two previous things that happened, like the energy kinda got sucked out real quickly.
Nigga, now we dead and his vocals mangled and your people's standing over the body. And they gonna have to talk to his spirit through a box just to hear from Charlie's Angels. Nigga, what award you from?
That's okay.
And nigga, what awards you won? Cause I done been a champion in places you could never go, nigga. More than one. They said skills. If you don't spit, you want W-A-R-D and dude gon' cook food. I said, went around. He was dead when Cheese gave me the name. See, I tore it apart. Y'all ain't see how I spelled it out for you, but see this battle? Well, it wasn't.
Yeah, spelling shit out too. I don't know. I don't think that shit's fire, to be honest. Like, D-U-C-K, like, I don't know, chill out. We all know how to spell, buddy. It just seems a little, as an audience member, I feel like it comes across almost patronizing to be like, hey, did you catch that I spelled the word? It's like, yeah, I know how letters and words work, buddy. You don't gotta explain that. And then it's just a little like, did you think that was crazy that you spelled the word? Did you write the word and then just write it again and be like, dude, that's fire? I don't know. It's yeah, definitely doing some overly complicated bars. And here's the thing, like, against Charlie, I would not go complex against Charlie. That doesn't seem like the proper route. You know what? Like, you gotta outbar Charlie. You can't just, cause here's the thing with Charlie, dude. Like, he has this energy of like, yeah, I don't care how smart you sound. Like, what are you saying? Kind of shit. And, you know, if you don't have like anything super productive to say, you kind of just bar around and shit. But he's not really, he doesn't have anything like super potent to say to Charlie. You know, it's not like, hey Charlie, remember that time you fucking stole $1 million from Lisa and now you're back on her league? Like, fuck you, bro. Like, he has, you know, and most battles are like that, where it's like you don't have a whole like backstory to a person to go off of. It's just like, hey, you're a person who raps, I'm a person who raps. I'm going to try to out-rap you. And with each person, it's different how you go about that to a certain degree. And I mean, I guess you can just do what you do, but I don't know. There's certain, you can still do what you do, but like approach things differently. And this just doesn't seem like the right approach for Charlie.
Really on my agenda, my guy. I was too busy thinking back on days when I used to sit in the trap, strap, praying that I didn't get caught jammed with 9s and them pounds. But hold on, let me roll back.
Say that shit then, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Let's go.
Take your time.
Yeah, you can't joke with Charlie. I'm sorry. If you fuck up in front of Charlie, he will almost definitely point it out and take the energy back. And here's the thing, like, he was kinda sputtering through there. He wasn't hitting it confidently. He wasn't speaking it, you know, like, hey, this is my round and this is the you know, you're outside, but he wasn't owning the room. And if you do that in front of Charlie, we've seen him in other battles do it. It'll just take the fucking energy. The second you don't have it, Charlie will take it. And I mean, that's how he wins battles too. Like, he's just, and like, that's not a bad thing. He uses his presence. He uses his, like, I guess just natural charisma or whatever you want to call it to win. And yeah, so One, don't stumble in front of Charlie. Two, don't overcomplicate a battle for him. And three, this was the biggest chance anyone had of beating Charlie, and it's kind of getting squandered. I mean, he's not doing awful. If he didn't slip up and he didn't let his energy kind of get taken multiple times by Bino and Charlie, like, it would be a little closer. But even just going off of, like, content, Charlie didn't have a lot that was, like, phenomenal, but he's, even when Jay Skills gets to the punch, it's like, all right, you're kind of doing a long-winded, and here's what, like, now his first bar that I said was like, oh, you should have saved that for later. It now seems like that's the only way he can write. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like he is kind of stuck into the same, like, writing patterns and, like, tools, and he does, like, a, hey, did you notice I did this type of thing a little too much, which does, again, come off pretty, like, patronizing to the audience.
But this battle wasn't really on my agenda, my guy. I was too busy thinking back on days when I used to sit in the trap, praying on every dollar that I ain't get jammed with pounds in that 9, but I stayed in the crib anyway, cause I was busting them big bitches down like tax time. So what you thought? She was gonna get an easy dub? No, this ain't that, dog. See, you think you crazy. Your room might not be padded, but your stats are, cause you the nigga that get in the game.
Here's the thing. If you're gonna say a confidence line, like, oh, you thought you would win, or there's no way you were gonna win, shit like that, you know, be 100% sure you're gonna be winning when you say it. Because if you're winning and you say it, it sounds like, all right, that's kind of fire. If you're losing, it's ironic and kind of embarrassing. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, you have to know that you're going to be winning at that point. Which, one, if he knew Charlie's previous material, he wouldn't, you know, you shouldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna fuck up Charlie Ward. Like, he didn't know that Charlie was gonna come the way he did, where, you know, that was kind of lackluster for Charlie. And if Charlie came the way he usually does, like, that's not something you can just be like, I'm definitely gonna beat that. You know, unless you have a fucking masterpiece of a round. You know, Charlie's pretty fucking, he's a good battler, you know what I mean? So, it just seems like, one, I don't like when people do that to begin with, and then in context of who you're doing that against, it's like, alright, chill, buddy. And it's just a gamble that's not really worth taking, in my opinion. Unless, like, I don't know, unless you're 100% sure that you're not going to slip up, you're not going to fucking do worse. Yeah, so.
Scored 10 points in 5 minutes, and I swear niggas should be rocking your jersey, but fail to mention that you only got in because y'all was already down by 30, nigga. I should have your blood leaking like a drink from the fountain, a stomach shot back. Now it's Coors Light, cause they can blue and left this nigga colder than the Rocky Mountains. Nigga, what you thought? I said, what you thought? You was gonna skate by with a couple of tricks? That's Nancy Kerrigan, that sounded fishy. You were eating, that's pescatarian, nigga. I've been a shooter. Even in high school, I had a jumper. And I could cross a nigga. I was doing major damage, homie, but that rock, well, it turned to a Glock. And it always felt the same, cause I still had the handle on me. So what? Now I'm getting mad. So we can keep going back with who got superior.
Yeah, a couple good lines in there. I just think by now people are a little like it Charlie already won. Let's be honest. Charlie already won that oh, I like Charlie's shirt too. Streets, that's funny. I can't read the top part, but they both got some childish shirts on. That's funny and ironic. Not ironic, coincidental, I mean. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't know. The shirts distracted me.
Have work, we can take it to the alley. And now be sure to catch an F on the bag quickly like a Fendi purchase, cause I know a few stones. And if I say round of applause, well, they gonna clap something, they'll hop.
And the sirens are not helping him at all. Here's the thing. If you can freestyle in the yard when there's something going on, like a siren or so, like King Tut did this in one of his battles. I think it was like a car alarm or some shit. And like just reference it, make a quick freestyle to it. People will, be like, oh shit, he freestyled about the sirens. And it doesn't have to be like a fire crazy, most thought out thing ever. Just like, I don't know. Like, what are you gonna do? You hear those sirens, bro? They're coming for you. Like, it just something quick and easy. And, like, the whole crowd would be like, oh, shit. Like, there are sirens going off. And you can kind of, one, get all that energy you lost back. And two, kind of buy some time for the sirens to fuck off while you, get the rest of your round prepared or going. But yeah.
On that brown or that blue line to make sure you end up with a flat one. Hey, yo, Cheese.
Yo.
See, I wrote this last 16 in my sleep, but I was literally having suicidal thoughts, thinking of all the different endings mine could be. But then I came to, I realized that I was placed here to see that no matter how tough a nigga may look or how popular he may be, well, he can still die at the hands of a nigga like me. So while you were sitting at home,
okay. There's a lot to unpack there. One, I don't like when people are like, hey, Cheese, or, even on Smack, like, yo, Smack, and then they don't say anything, like, productive or meaningful. Like, why'd you have to say that to Cheese? You could have just said that out loud anyway. And then I don't like, even if you do like a Cheese flip, we've all done Cheese flips just talking to her. I personally, I'm sick of them already, and I'm not Cheese. Like, I don't know. So I was expecting one kind of bad, and then got even worse. And then the whole, like, suicidal thing, it's like a little weird to just drop, like, hey, sometimes I want to fucking kill myself. It's like, oh, okay. Need help, buddy? Like, what? Let's stop rapping and talk about that. Like, you okay? You don't have to battle if you're not in the mental space to do so, fam. But then, like, he just drops it so quickly and, like, weirdly that, it makes it like, were you really suicidal, though? He kind of said that a little too offhandedly. It was just like, yo, I was suicidal. Were you, like, maybe just a little sad? Because, I don't know, it was a little, yeah. But anyway, and then there wasn't a punchline to it, and then, like, on top of that, it was kind of corny. Like, I didn't kill myself because I know I'm like gonna come battle or something, I think is the message, and then like you're losing the battle also, so it's just like, oof. He's like, the only reason I didn't kill myself is because I was looking forward to this battle, and now that this battle is going on and I'm losing, kind of thinking about it again, guys, and it's like, all right, well, we're gonna stop the battle and have a therapy session here. It's like, what the fuck's going on, bro? Chill. I don't know, just don't drop weirdly emotional shit like that. That's super weird. And if you do, make a point. Don't just be like, hey, I almost killed myself, and then, you know, God was like, don't do that, you gotta battle. And then lose the battle. And it's just like, okay, now we're concerned about you, buddy.
Writing your rounds, trying to figure out how you could punch with one of the best. I was sitting at home contemplating life, while at the same time plotting your death. I watched 16 bars of one battle, and I wish I wouldn't have watched you take one breath, nigga. This shit was a...
He had a decent line in there that was like, thinking about killing myself, but contemplating your death or something like that. That could be fire if it's done in a way different way. One, we're not like emotionally invested in this like suicidal claim of yours, and then like it, like maybe if we were, then that bar would be fire, but at this point it's just like, all right, you know, he's still talking about killing himself.
a waste of time. I just did this for cheese, to come to Chicago and cash out a check. But nigga, I should have been the coroner, cause this casket's getting bigger and everybody gotta die tonight. I gotta be this nigga. You won't win, you gon' lose, and I can't say it enough. And as a man, you
also, I don't know, when people are like, oh, I'm just doing this as a favor for the league owner, it's like, all right, one, we've all heard that line, and then two, it's like, no, you're rapping because you want to rap. I don't know, it's just like a weird line that is kind of goofy. And like the only good version of that I've ever heard is Goods versus Roan. Like, Goods is the only person I've seen do it well. Like, I don't care about this battle so much, I'm rooting for you. Like, he's the only person I've seen that did it like in a comical, cool way that, like, I guess you can be like, it's kind of a dick move to KOTD or whatever, but I get fuck KOTD, so I don't care. But yeah, Goods is the only one I've seen do it well. Other than that, it's just kind of a weird, corny line to say.
You still suck, so shut that shit up, nigga. Time.
Let's go.
Yeah, Charlie definitely won. Mr. Skills started off okay. And then once the slip-ups happened, he quickly lost like all the energy, and at that point it didn't matter what he said, to be honest, unless it was like crazy fire, which, yeah, and then the sirens weren't helping him, and I don't know, just wasn't a great showing for Mr. Skills. Other than that, though, my voice is fucked today. Yeah, I was excited. I was like, oh, maybe we're gonna see Charlie lose. Nah, we didn't see Charlie lose. You had a chance. Other than that, though, it was a fun battle. Go check out Dignity. Subscribe to their shit. Go on the Facebook. I'll be rocking around there yelling at people sometimes. Other than that, peace out, bitch.